Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another video leading up to the start for Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, which premieres on April 15th. In this one, we're going to give our thoughts on lots of new pictures we have for Fear, and the biggest one, our first actual crossover meeting picture between Morgan and Nicholas. Man, so this one falls in the wicked cool category, I think, for Walking Dead fans. It has been 3 full years that Fear the Walking Dead has been shown on AMC, and this is, right here, our very first picture, I want to say, of the two shows finally meeting face to face. You have Morgan on the left from The Walking Dead meeting for the first time, it looks like, or the first time that we're seeing, with Nicholas from Fear the Walking Dead. So this is wicked cool, and it looks like the staff is somewhat sharpened, so that's something to keep an eye on in terms of the timeline. So this is like a dream come true for Walking Dead fans, I want to say, to finally get to see Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead meet face to face, literally, even if it's just a picture, getting us set for Season 4. This is really, really cool. So I'll put the link in the description as per usual, so you guys can check these out from toynewseye.com, where they've got a bunch of these. And wow, man, that is just really exciting, really cool stuff for people that are big fans of the Walking Dead AMC TV series universe, and thought that eventually one day we might see something like this. I never thought we would. So in the picture, it looks like they're kind of in a standoff here. It looks like they're a bit unsure of each other. Morgan looks like he's not quite in his kill mode, but he looks like he's not sure what to make of this Nicholas that he's meeting here. And Nicholas at the same time too, kind of looks back at Morgan like he's trying to tell him, like, hey, it's cool. You don't have to stab me in the throat or anything with your staff, or kill me or whatever. He's got some blood on his upper left temple area there, so that's pretty cool. And the background looks like some kind of silos or something. Reminds me kind of the Season 3, arrow on the doorpost meeting spot between remember the governor and Rick, where they met, something like that. That's kind of cool. Anyway, wicked first picture, really awesome. Can't wait for April 15th. Next one, we've got Alicia here, who's just standing against a wall, but whatever. I'm not complaining. It's just it's what it is. And then we have Strand, who is, it's really cool to see him, because I think a lot of us were really not sure if he was going to still be in the series in Fear the Walking Dead in Season 4. I'm wondering if there might be any characters that are lost in this this shuffle, with the big kind of skip here, time skip and otherwise, between Fear the Walking Dead Season 3 and 4. No pictures of Daniel, by the way, just for you guys. So those of you guys who are fans of Daniel, we don't see him in any of these pictures, which doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to be in Season 4, but we just, we don't see Ruben Blades reprising his role as Daniel. But happy to see Strand, so that's cool. We've got Luciana, who we did find out earlier was going to be returning for Fear the Walking Dead, and here she is. So in fact, she has. Will she still be involved romantically in a relationship with Nick? We're going to have to see if that's what they do with it. Either way, kind of cool to see the character back, because we really weren't sure what was going to happen with her, whether or not she would be returning. And we'll have to see which characters are carried through from Fear the Walking Dead Season 3 into Season 4. Happy to see she will be one of them. We've got Nicholas here wearing what looks like somewhat the same gear as when he meets Morgan, so that's kind of cool. And again, sitting against a wall, so it is what it is. And then we have Garrett Dillahunt's character, who I believe his name is John, so he's a new character that's going to be joining for Fear the Walking Dead Season 4. And it looks like, based on the pictures, he might be traveling to Texas with Maggie Grace's character and Morgan, so we'll have to see how that all kind of fits together and what happens with that. But it's cool to see some new blood in Fear, and a new cast here. Got kind of a cowboy vibe look going on here. Not quite the same as Rick's sheriff cowboy, but that kind of deal. Here's a picture of the three of them in the same location where Morgan is meeting Nicholas. So we'll have to see how many episodes in this is. You can see a little bit more of Maggie Grace's weapon there. It looks like it's kind of like Nux, but it's got a blade on the end, which is really cool. Zombie killing punch weapon, which is really sweet. And yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see how this all fits together, and how the groups kind of combine, if they kind of all become one larger group in this season of Fear, and how many episodes it takes for them to get there. And here we have our first picture of Jenna Elfman's character, Naomi. So not much to say about that one right now. We're going to have to see what kind of character she turns out to be and when she meets the group, runs into the group, and what kind of role she plays. But there it is. We've got Madison returning as well, too. Still our lead for Fear. I like their new kind of costume design, kind of darker, kind of somewhat more similar to, I want to say, what we're kind of used to seeing in The Walking Dead. But it's kind of cool, looking cool as usual. Here we have Morgan, who appears to be traveling through some shrubbery here. In terms of his clothing set, looks somewhat similar to maybe what he wears kind of normally season 7, season 8 type of time frame for Walking Dead. So that's kind of cool. And we have Maggie Grace's character. Her character's name is Althea. So we'll see if that's true. And looks like she's going to run into Morgan, and then they're probably going to go to Texas together somewhere, running into Garrett Dillahunt's character John, or maybe I'm not sure if the two will be together. But in the previous pictures that we saw, or the preview clips we saw, she runs into Morgan, what it looks like on the road. Well, she's in one of those armored cars, armored vehicles. We've got two of them running here in the same type of location, looks like, as where we saw in the other picture with Nicholas meeting Morgan. We've got Alicia running there, and then we've got Luciana on the other side running. And will this be in Texas? I would think so, but we'll have to see what that looks like. We've got a whole bunch of zombies, wicked, the sweet, the swamp, toxic zombies. I don't know. They look cool, and that's one thing for Fear that we've been waiting to see. Was I really felt like the zombies in Fear sometimes were lacking. A lot of times they did not look as good as the zombies in The Walking Dead. But if these are any indication, it looks like we're going to see, after a time skip in Fear, a lot more decayed zombies and really nasty zombies, which feels more like The Walking Dead, which is really cool. You can't chintz out on the zombies if you want it to look like Walking Dead. If you want Fear to have the same kind of feel as Walking Dead, yeah, we need some sweet zombies, and it looks like they're bringing them to us. So wicked, gnarly, cool there. We've got Strand here, actually using assault rifle, which is pretty cool, as well as Luciana there with a shotgun in the same type of location. So is this kind of the meeting place between Morgan and the others, and what does this look like, and how early in the season will we see that happen? Either way, it's going to be really cool. Here we've got Madison, Nicholas, and Luciana possibly planning, it looks like. They've got some maps out there and kind of making some decisions here. Maybe they're fortifying the place or building a community here. We're going to have to see if that's true, but cool, and happy to see that they're all still kind of together, because one of the things that was kind of teased by Dave Erickson is eventually Nicholas might kind of leave his mother, kind of go his own way. So we'll have to see if eventually they still decide to do that with the series, or if the new showrunners decide that they're going to go in a different direction entirely. We have Morgan here, just kind of sitting against the barrel, on the road again. So just chilling out. We've got a couple here. Can't really tell. I can see that one is Strand killing some wicked nasty zombies. So that's really cool. Not sure if there's a survivor in there at the right side. Looks female to me with the backpack on. That's maybe getting mauled by some zombies or getting almost taken out. So we'll have to see that. But so far, really like the look of things here. It looks a lot more like The Walking Dead than it probably ever has before for Fear. This picture, which has been circulating for a little while, we've got Madison there. Then you've got some other survivors here and just some zombies around them. Not sure if they're in some kind of drainage. Not sure, sewage or something. I don't know. But it looks pretty dirty. And then we've got another one here of Garrett Dillahunt's character John, kind of chilling out, having a fire, it looks like. We've got him and Maggie Grace there, side by side, some blood on his knife there. So, and her, does she have knucks? Are those knucks? That's kind of cool if so. I always want to see a character use knucks in the zombie apocalypse. No one ever has. So we'll have to see. If that's the case. I used to have a pair of brass knucks when I was younger. Anyway, we got Madison here. So she's barricading up a wall, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of neat. Protect against oncoming zombie hordes and whatnot. So impenetrable maybe. So we'll see if that's what they're kind of working on. But as we know, as the zombie apocalypse goes further and further on, you get more and more bigger, larger and larger herds as things go forward. So even that, I'm not sure would keep out a major horde, but it looks pretty well engineered, pretty well designed, looks pretty sweet. So building, right? Building is good. This one here, which has been the topic of some speculation, similar to the one with Madison in the water with this character here earlier, who I can't tell who it is. I don't know who it is, but it doesn't look like things are too good for her. She's totally surrounded. Some of the sites online have speculated the walker to the back left could be a Whisperer, just because you can, I guess, see the eyes or something. I don't know. That could just be makeup. I'm really not making anything of it, really, and I don't see the zombie holding any weapons or anything. To me, I just think it's a zombie who maybe with the eye makeup they could have done a little bit more. Really is all I'm seeing. Because you guys got to remember, too, when you're looking for Whisperers, you kind of got to be careful because they're all actors in suits, right? So if certain ones might, with the high-quality cameras and everything they have nowadays, it might just be the zombie's costume design. So I'm not thinking much of it. This one here of Morgan and Alethea, so Maggie Race's character again inside one of the armored vehicles, which is cool, or the armored vehicle she has. Naomi as well here. Again, not much to say about that one. Here's a new one. We've got Alicia, Louisiana, and Strand in their new kind of attire, which is kind of cool. So all three of them. So yeah, not much to say about that, but you've got some zombies around, that kind of thing. Different environment from what we're used to. Then we have the shadow portraits, which are pretty cool. They usually do these every year for Walking Dead, that kind of deal. They're doing them for Fear as well. So Alicia first, makes sense. Then you go for Strand, which is kind of cool as well too. Happy to see him come back. Louisiana, same thing. Nicholas, cool. And then we have John and Naomi and Madison. So yep, leather jacket and the whole bit. And then we got Morgan. See, this is where it trips me out, right? It's like, what is he? Oh, right, that's right. He's in Fear the Walking Dead. I forgot. So that's it's just kind of a trip out. So it's kind of cool. But you just see it was like Madison Morgan. What? It's cool. And then again, Alethea, Maggie Race's character, and then we've got some zombies. So wicked looking zombie here. Again, this is not one that you would see probably at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse. This was a years in one, so probably confirmation at this point that we are going to see a large time skip for Fear. Another wicked, dark looking zombie. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for all the new pictures. There's more out there though, guys. There are more out there, so you can browse around and see what you can see. There are quite a few things that have been released for Fear now. We've had the teaser trailers, which I did a video on this week. They have lots of new pictures, and man, this is just really looking great, guys. I mean, I personally am excited. There's still some haters saying, "Oh, it's gonna suck, Trev," whatever. This looks awesome, man. I don't know what you want. If you want to get excited for Walking Dead, I think right now, you compare the comics, the TV series, and Fear. And right now, I think you can make an easy case that Fear is probably the most exciting thing they're doing for Walking Dead of anything right now, at least for me anyway. Write your comments below. Let me know what you guys think about all these new pictures. Really cool stuff. Really excited for Fear Season 4. This looks like it's going to be awesome, guys. Write your comments. Let me know what you think. Thumb up the video. Share it through. If you got a Facebook you want to share it through, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, thumbs it up. Subscribe if you're new. That's it for this video, guys. See you again for another. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. I'll see you guys soon.